Hey, what is up, everybody? It's Andrew with Bedfords Chills, coming to you live through the power of Facebook. And also, tonight, we are coming to you live from Natural 20 Works here in Clarksville, Tennessee, our local game and hobby shop. It is a veteran-owned business. It is ran by Casey Moss and his girlfriend Brina. As a military veteran myself, I served with the 160 Special Operations Night Stalkers, so I 100% support veteran-owned businesses. We've been coming to the shop since it opened. I've personally been coming here for a little bit over a month. And the great thing about the shop, even though we've only been coming here for a little bit over a month, they make you guys feel at home. They make you feel like family. Casey and Brina, they honestly, just when you walk in, you feel like family, like you've known them for years. So they're great people. So we're going to go in, we're going to chat with them a little bit. We're going to sit down, we're going to talk about some Legions, Realms at War, because that's kind of what we're showcasing this month, the UCCG by Future Lore Studios. So let's walk in and meet Casey Moss and his girlfriend Brina, the owners of this fine establishment, Natural 20 Works. Sorry, it is live. I'm using his Facebook and everything, so let's go in and meet them. All right. Already we got Kyle Metters. He is local here, and he has been frequenting Natural 20 for since it's opened, right, Kyle?
Yep.
I met Kyle like last weekend during the grand opening,
yep.
And he started following my channel, watching my reviews and everything like that, and instantly he clicked with me in my group, which is super hard to do because we're pretty picky, but he fit in just well. He's a great dude. If you're looking for planeswalkers and Legions Realms at War card, I think the guy has like literally everything. So
I try, yeah.
Yeah, so,
I'm a collector.
Yeah, he's a huge fan of Legions, like we all are. So sorry, I'm shaking. It was super cold outside when I was doing that walk-in. So, but let's meet Casey Moss and his girlfriend Brina. Casey, Brina, how are you guys? He is the owner of Natural 20 Works. He is a veteran-owned business. And I'd like to say we came here to buy some Legions Realms at War stuff, but we literally bought everything last weekend, so we have nothing to choose from now. I think our whole group bought like everything they had in stock, so it's good times. I was just telling you guys, we've been coming here for a little over a month.
Yeah.
I literally picked up Legions the day after it was released because I saw Casey do the live, and I was like, okay, let me go pick this up. But yeah, like I was telling them, like walking in here is just a family-friendly environment. Like you guys instantly make us feel like we're family. We like feel like I've known you guys for years. It's only been like a month, so we appreciate everything. We're gonna come over here to the table where we got a couple of people. Unfortunately, tonight we had about 10 people coming, but there's like a little stomach bug going around town here, and so either we got Opal just popped in. She was actually our female, one of our only females in our TCG group, her and her sister Lily, so it would have been nice to have her here since only 38% of females play TCG games. It would have been nice to get a female's perspective on the game, but she's in the chat, so we'll read her comments and all that stuff. But Casey, Brina, thanks for letting us do this live here. Thanks for having us. You guys are awesome. Best prices in town. Best place to be. Like I said, I have two other local card shops 5 minutes from my house, and I choose to drive 30 minutes away for a reason. It's customer service and just a friendly environment, and literally the best prices you can get. If you want to come play games, it's like $5 for the entire day. Sit at a table and play games. Awesome environment, so you're not going to beat that price anywhere. I can tell you that right now from personal experience. And I am not made of money, so cheapest is best for me. But thanks for having us, guys. I appreciate it. And I know that we have a little surprise here in a little bit after I do like a quick little intro for somebody. So, all right, let me go over here. We got Caleb and Samuel over here. What's up, guys? Say hey. They're playing some Legions Realms at War. What Legions are you guys rocking tonight?
I'm rocking the Mist.
Oh, of course he is. As you can see, he's already dominating with 3,000 things on the field. And then, of course, Caleb is the only one of us that's learned how to play this stupid angel deck that I just like to throw in the trash can.
It's not stupid when you learn how to use it.
Yeah,
Go.
It's only stupid if you're stupid, right? So, I'll set you guys down here, and we're gonna do a little. I'm gonna do a little. So Okay, so first off, before I start, we start our tabletop discussion. Like I said, we had about 10 people originally supposed to be here tonight, but with the stomach bug and everything going around, unfortunately they couldn't make it. So, but first off, before I started, I'd like to thank Kitchen Table TCG and creator of Legions Realms at War, CEO of Future Lore Studios, Taylor Howe. They did an interview, Taylor's first interview about the game, and it kind of gave you perspective of where the game's going to go in the future. I think that we all can agree after watching that interview with Taylor Howe that he 100% isn't in it for the money. He 100% cares about the consumer and the product he's putting out.
Taylor's really cool.
Yeah, he's a super cool guy. I know we're all appreciative of having this new game, which we can only find here at Natural Works 20 in the entire state of Tennessee. And that's why we're kind of trying to promote the game a little bit more, kind of get a little bit more recognition so people will buy it, because it's super scarce here in the States. So I'm about to leave and head over that way, says Marcy Romanos, which is important to have him here because I want to try to get a bunch of different people's opinions on the game. And I know Marcy isn't a big fan of Legions. He's just the one out of our group that isn't a fan of it, so it'd be nice to get his perspective of why he doesn't like the game. But anyways, going back, I just want to say, as a veteran, I've talked about this a lot. I suffer from PTSD and stuff like that. You heading out? Take it easy, man. He's on dad duty, so as a veteran, I suffer from PTSD, so I have my moments where I happy, sad, mad, stressed, depressed, whatever. And it's little things that people don't realize, like for instance, Kitchen Table TCG, a YouTuber whose content I've followed for a while now that I'm a huge fan of, and this CEO of Future Lore Studios, Taylor Howe, who created this game. When what seems so small, minuscule to some people, means the world to others. So you guys mentioning the Bedfords Chills channel, just during the interview, I was like, I remember I was sitting at work at lunch going through some undead cards, trying to revamp a deck a little bit. And I was kind of listening to the interview in my through my earbuds, and I was looking up, watching every once in a while. I was looking at my cards, and I heard my guys mention my channel, Netflix and Chills, and I was like, wait a minute, did I just hear that right? So I had to back the video up a little bit, and I was like, wow, they did. And just the things you guys said was super cool, super nice, super kind. And like I said, it's those little things that some people take for granted that I don't, because I'm a very humble person. And I'm like getting choked up talking about it. I don't know why, but just having you guys mention my channel and being appreciative of us covering this game means a ton to us. So that's why we do it. Like I said, I wish Opal was here because there's not a big fan base of females playing TCGs. It's only 30%. But I did get some perspective with my wife. She's not a TCG player per se. She definitely is an art fan. So I did show her some of the cards and the artwork, and she was like, "Wow, that's actually really good artwork," which is one of the things that sells me when it comes to TCGs is the artwork and stuff. So. Yeah, so she was a pretty big fan of it, so it's kind of good to get that perspective. And of course, Opal is in the chat, so we'll be able to ask her some questions. I'll read them out loud, like what her answers and stuff are, and I'm sure you guys can see her answers as well. But yeah, and just to backtrack a little bit, Louis DeGeorge of Kitchen Table TCGs right now has a bundle, the Louis Louis bundle. If you're new to this game and it's kind of hard to get, I definitely suggest picking up that bundle for $240, which is, in my opinion, a steal. I wish that this bundle would have been available when I first started buying this stuff. You get 2 booster boxes, you get every single Legions deck, dual deck, which is 4 boxes, which equals 8 decks. You get a play mat, you get a DCM health counter, damage counter, max health counter. You get a sweet play mat, and if you get, of course, get a card that they made strictly for Louis DeGeorge, which has his handsome face on it. So he is actually part of the game now. So that's pretty incredible. So if you guys haven't, go check out his YouTube channel, Kitchen Table TCG. He has links in there where you can buy that bundle if you're interested, which I would highly suggest if you want to get into this game. And it's just scarce in your area, which it might be because it is only being sold right now in 5 different areas in the United States. So, and that's why we're doing this. We're trying to build up some hype for the game and some recognition for it. And that's the thing, like if you can't build up recognition and hype for a game if you are playing it at home. There's a very low percentage of people that actually go to card shops like this and play the games, and people can't see us playing this game at home, so we're not going to raise their eyebrows, we're not going to pique their interest unless we're sitting at these places playing them, and they can honestly say, okay, this looks like an interesting game, this is kind of cool, what is it? We tell them, they sit down, they play with us, and they get interested and they get hooked, and it's like Taylor Howe said during his interview, things like that become infectious and it spreads, and then the game spreads, and then we have more content, we have more things like that. So let's go ahead and we got a little something going on tonight for somebody, which we'll discuss a little bit whenever Casey gets some free time. But we'll go ahead and we'll kind of discuss the game a little bit. If you're kind of new to the channel, you don't know, we are playing Legions Realms at War, a new TCG coming out of Canada, our neighbors in the north. Like I said, the CEO is Future Lore Studios, is Taylor Howe. Amazing guy, man. But this is examples from the cards. I'm going to show you guys what deck I'm rocking. I rock the Demon deck. It's probably my favorite deck. The artwork on these cards are like super, super amazing. Of course, you guys saw Sammy is rocking a Mythical Beast, sorry, and Caleb rocking the Angel deck, which I'm not a big fan of the Angel deck, and he thinks it's just because I'm too stupid to know how to play it. So, finna drive. Wish I could be there so bad. It's okay, Opal. I mean, you got to take care of your health first. Health and family comes first. I always say that. So, like, if I'm sick or my family needs me for something, I'm not going to be doing live videos and whatever. But, yeah, so let's talk about Legions Realms at War a little bit, which is going to be difficult with these two playing the game. But we're going to go over everything. We're going to talk about mechanics of the game. We're going to talk about the artwork of the game, our likes, our dislikes, and then where we would like to see Future Lore Studios and the game Legion Realms of War go in the future. You guys got a minute to talk a little bit?
How'd you deal damage though?
See, it's an infectious game, man. Like, you can't even grasp people's attention when you're trying to do a tabletop discussion with them.
If you deal damage to it, it takes for the counter. Isn't that how it works? The counters work? So like, he's attacking, right? And my warriors did damage to him. That's what we're asking. Does it get rid of that counter on his creature?
So if a 3
How much damage?
So I did 5 damage to his creature, right?
So it removed that damage counter of 5.
So I did.
So it removed that damage counter.
Because mine's a 2 attack.
So the only thing it's not going to totally remove the damage counter on it is if he has those holy counters on unified or fortified cards. When you attack if you have like a destroy card, it's going to remove 1 holy counter from those. But if you're attacking a enemy and it has a holy counter 5 and you attack with a 5, it's going to take away that 5 holy counter.
Wait a minute, I thought the holy counters were like lives essentially.
No.
Oh, so it acts as
So it acts as
No,
health.
it does. It acts as defense.
So
health.
this one was a 4, right?
Correct.
It was so big. Basically, he had a holy counter, so it became like a 5/5 because he got to bestow 1 attack to it. So
Okay.
And this was a 5, so this would have killed this.
No, it would remove the holy counters of 5, but his
he only has 1 holy counter. He only had 1.
This card is your graveyard. Eradication is.
That's what I'm saying. The whole
So, but he had a 5, right?
I had a
But his
5,
creature,
yeah.
but his creature's 5, so no, it had knocked him down to 1
You have.
because he
No,
had the
no,
plus
it's a
1.
4. It's a 4, and he had a holy counter on it, so it was basically a 5/5. And mine's a
And the
5.
holy counter was what?
It was he had 1. So his creature's a 4, basically a 4/4, and he had a holy counter on it, which made it a 4/5. Then he had a 1 that made it a 5/5. So he only had 1 holy counter on it. So basically, it would kill this card.
Well, I wasn't there, so I don't exactly know. Like, so you're saying he only had a 1/1 when you attacked?
So no, it was a 4/4, right? And he put a holy counter on it. So
I have a
Okay, so it was a 4/4.
Yeah, and he
So
had
it's
a-
essentially it was an 8.
no, so he only put 1 holy counter on it.
But you're saying it was a 4/4. I'm not.
So
understanding what you're
so
saying.
he had the creature is a 4 attack, right? He put a holy counter on there. Mine's a 5.
no, it's a 5 attack. No, it's a 5 attack.
That's what we're asking. Like,
So if it's a 5 attack and he has 1 holy counter, he would have that warrior would have 1 health left.
but he 4/4. So he basically, so they're both 5.
And it only had 1 holy
He
counter.
only
and
had
it
so
would
it
kill
was
it.
so they'd kill this one, so
Yes.
that one would die. Oh, so that's how it works.
Yes.
Okay.
We need to start over then.
No, it's good. kill that.
He's like, we gotta start over. Okay,
So
you guys got a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about, first we're gonna talk about the mechanics of the game.
It would get rid of this.
It's gonna be hard for these two to focus
Extra
during
health,
this.
basically.
Yeah, but see, at the same time though, I thought the holy counters were like 1 extra life. Because if
I mean, essentially, if you look at it though, defense is life to a point.
So basically, just adds health to them.
Yeah,
So it just adds numerical.
Yeah, health, adds health. It's not gonna add attack. It just adds health.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh man, if it added attacks, guys, that would be like an unstoppable death.
No,
like,
no,
it would
no.
be.
It
No, he
doesn't
thought
add
it-
attacks.
he
but
thought it-
there's a separate card that adds attacks. Like this
Yeah,
one.
no, it's essentially a health.
so it adds
Extra-
health.
extra
Okay,
health to
that
you.
makes more sense. So if it was a 4 and you have 4 holy counters, it'd basically be a 4/8 if you didn't have any extra. So
Right,
that
yeah,
4
yeah.
Okay, so okay. That
Okay,
makes more
so
sense.
let's talk a minute before you guys get back to the game. Let's talk about the mechanics of the game. So me and Sam have been playing this for a while, since the day it came out, right? Here in the States, which is about a month ago. We've been playing, so we're a little bit more seasoned in it. Caleb has played it twice. This is, I think, your third time, right?
Yeah.
So he's kind of new to the game, but I will tell you he's addicted because he literally bought every single booster set and booster packs he could over the weekend. I know if it was my wife and I was married to her, I'd be asking for a lot of forgiveness, maybe doing a lot of foot rubs or something. I don't know, but anywho, he's like, eh. But anyways, so Caleb, as a new player, what do you think about the mechanics of the game? The conscripting, one warrior turn, the the unifieds, the fortifieds, everything from your warlord to your veil to your synergy, like in Guardians. What do you think about the mechanics of the game? Do you like the conscripting of one warrior? Do you wish you could conscript? Well, because you essentially can conscript more than 2, because you might have a card that says, hey, conscript a warrior from your whatever. So what is it that you like about the mechanics of the game?
So coming from coming from a more familiar background of playing Magic the Gathering, in regards to this game is a lot more user friendly for new people. When it comes to playing, I mean, of course, if you try to play the Angel deck your first time and you don't have a Guardian and you're trying to figure out how to play this game,
So I know you and me when we discussed it. I know the first time you played it, you didn't like it because you didn't understand it, and then we sat down and we played a game and I kind of showed you how to play it, and you ended up loving it. But one of your things was, and I think we all kind of agree, except for Marcelo, that the one big thing that we like about this game is that we don't get mana screwed, because there is no mana. Well, you have a mana source, essentially your health, and you choose to use that or not. So you're not just sitting with a stale hand because you don't have enough mana to play it. So I know that you said that like one of the things you liked was that you didn't have the resources of mana, that you could choose to use your health if you wanted to.
Yes.
And I think we all are kind of in agreement that's like super cool part of the game.
Well, and then a really cool part of the game that I really like about it is like, so when you have a Guardian or you have certain cards, you can utilize your health to be able to play certain cards, you know?
Yeah, like you said, like the Guardian has consumed, so you're not
consume.
really taking your health, you're just taking the health of your Guardian.
Yes.
Let me see your Guardian real quick so I can show everybody. So you have a Warlord, which has a DCM, which is your damage counter max, which is essentially your health. What's your DCM on your
My
Warlord?
DCM is 75.
So he can't go up to 75 health or he loses. So every time he's attacked, once he hits 75, he'll lose. But then you also have these Guardian cards, which give you kind of an extra advantage, because you can use certain cards that have the word consume in them, and you can use the consume cost of this Guardian, which gives you extra perks. And then once you use the consume cost of this Guardian, the Guardian's no longer worth anything, but it's protecting your Warlord essentially. So it has a couple different per se mana costs. You know your consume costs and your health costs if you choose to use it. So I think that we all agree that was a pretty cool part of the game. Now, is there anything about the mechanics that you think you would like to see different? I know for me personally, I wish the veil counters were a little bit higher, because if you're playing certain decks and you don't have warriors out on the field conscripted, especially with the angel deck, the veil counter is almost kind of useless. Can I see your veil counter? Or your veil? Sorry, not the counter. So your veil essentially works this way. You have your veil, and it has a a dice on top of it, which is your your count of 3. It's your countdown, right? So once you count every turn, you take your dice or whatever you're using to track it. It is cold, man. I am shaking like a freaking leaf, dude. But you have the dice, and you will lower the dice every turn until it hits 0. And once it hits 0, you will flip this what's called veil over, and it has a effect. And so for this one is when this card is revealed, immediately activate the following effect: bestow 1 holy counter on all face angel cards on your side of the field. So the problem with this is when this veil counter finally pops, and you don't have anything on the field, it kind of screws you because it's a worthless veil, or it's a worthless realm. So I kind of wish that was kind of one of my complaints about the game, is I just wish the veil counts were a little bit higher. Because I like games that have longevity, like where the game lasts a while. Like that's why I don't like. I know people like Flesh and Blood, but I don't like Flesh and Blood. One, you have the pitch cost mana kind of thing, and then also like I feel like once you're getting into the game, it's over. So I don't have fun playing it. This is a very balanced game, which we all discuss as well. You just don't. I mean, yeah, there'll be times where you just take a butt whooping, but there's also times where it's just a very close game almost every. Like it's not like Magic where I'm playing like I say against Marcel with his rat deck, and I'm just watching myself drain away in health, and then I lose, and there's nothing I could do. This game, there's always ways out of those situations. There's always. You just don't feel like you're getting totally annihilated the entire game, which is one of the reasons why I actually like it.
I guess the one thing that really the only disappointment that I have when it comes to the entire game is that, and it's only because it's so new, the ability to kind of build your decks and tailor your decks to how you.
Yeah, because we've only got one expansion, which was Ravaged Lands, but that, we got Bountiful Harvest coming March 4th.
We have Bountiful Harvest coming,
which we're all pretty stoked about. So I think that's going to be a big game changer, because if I'm reading it right, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking almost everything in Bountiful Harvest is interchangeable with all the decks. There's a lot of the, you got the, you have one of the ones with the book on it by chance? So you have like your Legion card. You have a Legion, so this is Demon. So you have this little icon, which is your Demon icon. Yeah, all my cards are put away because I can't really play while I'm trying to do this. But you have like this Demon card. Now, if you have a card like this, it has this little book emblem on it. You can literally play. So these cards with this Demon logo are strictly for that deck. You can't play it in any other deck. Now, if you get these cards with these books on it, you can throw this card in any deck, which, if Bountiful Harvest is that way and I'm reading it right, and you can use those cards, it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a huge game changer.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't stop, unfortunately, I can't stop getting Ravaged Lands because I'm missing some Guardians, but
I mean,
Bountiful Harvest has some Guardians like this with the book where you can throw in any deck. So I mean, I feel like it's going to be a huge game changer, and I just really wish. I mean, yeah. So it's going to be a big game changer. So yeah, here's your card back. And then you Sammy, do you have anything? I don't think he has any dislikes about this game. Like he's like, I feel like you're the master. Of this game, like he's mastered it very quickly. We've played several hands. It's kind of hit or miss. It's back and forth. I know that Marcelo, he's not here right now. He's stuck in traffic. One of his big complaints that we were talking about was he felt the game at times felt a little repetitious, which is what he didn't like about it. Felt like he was doing the same thing. I think me and Sammy have come across that like maybe once or twice, where we kind of came to a stalemate when I was playing the hero deck, you were playing this deck, because I would spawn 5 tokens of 5, and he couldn't attack anything but those tokens. So it kind of, he couldn't kill him because it's creatures. So we're kind of at a standstill what we could do. And that's when we kind of felt the game was a little bit repetitious there. But I think that's about the only time we've really came across that. Most of the other times it's either a very close game where it's like, his Warlord's at 80 and I'm a 75, and we finish the game and it's 75 to like 70 or 65. The games are always very close and very well balanced. So yeah, I think we all agree that we like the fact that there's not a mana cost unless you choose to use it. And like you said, your dislike is, the
just the dislike is just the fact that it's a new game, so the expansion is It's just
Right.
kind of, it's not there right now.
Yeah. And then, of course, Sammy has no gripes and complaints because he's not a complainer. So he's like, there's nothing I dislike about this game. I will say it's amazing how like we come from Magic,
Yeah.
and that was our game. Like we played it like every night, and like this game popped up out of nowhere. We picked it up, and then we told you about it, and then Taylor House said it becomes infectious, and our group, it went from me and Sam playing it to you. To now there's like 10 of us in our group that play it. Yeah, like this table, this shop would probably be full right now if everybody was able to make it. We would have this place decked out with people playing Legions Realms of War, which I was kind of wishing would happen because we could like have a little bit more fun with it, walk around and talk a little trash to people. But unfortunately, things happen, and I understand. So
We just need some more foils.
they are hard to pull, man. But but that's the thing.
When you pull it, you're like,
it's not like Magic. Like when you get like a booster set box of Magic, you know what you're gonna get. It tells you on the box what you're gonna get. You're gonna get this.
Question, can make sure I'm doing it right. Is with the Warlord, it has a physical attack and then can use its magical or special.
Okay, so yes, with the Warlord, you can use once your veil is popped, you can use its physical attack and you can use its magic attack. You can use two things at once. You can use your physical attack or your magical attack that time. If you use your special ability, you can't use your magic attack.
Okay.
And then of course the special ability has the cooldown counter on it as well.
I just wanted to make sure that I was showing them correctly.
Yeah, and that's kind of
because they
thing.
heard you talking about it and wanted to play, so they're using.
See, there we go. It gets infectious, so then it spreads, and then people start playing it. But my thing with the magical attack, that's what I'm glad you brought that up. That was one of my complaints too. Is I like the fact that when you use a special ability, it has a countdown. I kind of wish the magical attack did too.
Yeah.
So you couldn't use a physical and magical attack one turn because some of these magical attacks, especially for like the Demon Warlord, are super overpowered.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish that both of them had like a countdown counter, and where you could just use your physical attack, and then you'd have, if you used one of these, you had to put a cooldown counter on either one.
Yeah.
And that was one of my things I kind of wish.
I just want to make sure that you could physical attack and then you can physical and magical, or you can special.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they ever want to come over and hang out and learn to play, man, they're more than welcome. We're up here all the time, so. But so that's a couple of our gripes, complaints. Opal, if you're Opal or Kyle, and it says Kyle's here now because I should have said something when he's here live. I want to thank Kyle. A special shout out to Kyle as well. He is the first Patreon to our Patreon. I just set it up like a few days ago, and boom, instantly he subscribed as a Patreon. So I appreciate that, man. The money that goes towards that is going to help me kind of beef up the streams a little bit with maybe a little bit nicer cameras or whatever. But yeah, I appreciate you being a Patreon and everything. That's awesome. Like I said, Kyle's a super cool dude. I met him like a week ago. He's like one of the coolest dudes ever, right, guys?
oh yeah.
Yeah, like he just fit right in with our group. So but yeah, that's just a couple of gripes, complaints. Opal, if you're watching, let's get our female's perspective on it. What about the mechanics? What do you like about the game, and what don't you like about the game? If you are still watching, I know she's pretty sick apparently by what her sister told me. So hopefully she's still watching. She can respond in a pretty timely manner.
Or Mythical Beast Warrior from my discard pile and invite that.
So we'll wait see if she gives a response. But okay, so while we're waiting for Opal to kind of respond, what do you guys think about the artwork on the cards?
Oh, the artwork on the cards?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
What is it you like about the artwork?
Well, what I like about the artwork is like some of it's like cartoony, but then you've got some of it that's like come on.
Which we didn't learn. Well, I kind of knew, but the cartoony ones are. This is the first edition.
Yeah.
These are like not going to be printed again.
No.
So what you have in your hand when this game blows up, which I have no doubts it will, that's going to be worth some money right there because it's never going to be reprinted. He said that it's not going to be reprinted.
No.
So that cartoony artwork that some people don't like, they don't understand. That could be worth some money at some point.
I mean, like let's look at you do a comparison between Michael the Divine Wrath and then your Warlord there for the Demon deck, and I mean just look at the detail.
Yeah, the details.
Just
details there. You got one of the more cartoony. Yeah, like right there.
I got it right. Yeah.
So like you see this one, it's got a little bit more of that cartoony look to it. And these are just cards that, you know, they're not going to be reprinting. So what you have
That's
is...
the best one right there.
Yeah, let me see that. Let me see that one. This one is kind of everybody's favorite. It's the Shimmerwing, the Mystical Fire Pegasus. This one's pretty dope. Like, just the artwork is a really good mix of cartoony, dark, and fun and grim. It's got everything. I 100% agree. I haven't seen anything from Opal, so she might have took some meds and fell asleep. But yeah, so that's what I like about the artwork. But what else I like about it is I don't have any Magic cards out here. But what do you see? Like, let me see one of yours. And then I'm going to ask you because I don't think you and me have discussed this, Caleb. But what do you see on this card compared to this card?
I see a whole bunch of reading and like and things that just really aren't okay. So one of
So my thing when I look at this, I mean to cut you off because I want to just give mine real quick. Full art.
yeah.
You have no white space. You have no text blocks. You know, there is a text blocks, but also if you look, the picture goes
The picture
into
goes
the text
into
block.
the text block. Yes.
Which some of the cards can be a little hard to read because the white text does blend in with the white backgrounds on some of them. But the fact that it's full art, that's really what I like about it. Because like if you look at a Magic card, especially for me, Flesh and Blood, it's just such a plain card. Like it's just plain. It's so much open white space. But this shows me that a company gives a damn because they take the time to create a full art piece on a card, which is what I really dig.
And then not only that, but like I mean, as a consumer, like on a consumer standpoint, price point wise, like like we're in two different realms here as far as like price point.
Absolutely.
You know, and I feel like you're getting more of a card for a whole lot less money at the end of the day. And to me, that's important.
Yeah.
Because like it's like these cards are awesome.
Absolutely. Like I said, you and me, we're you run your own business. I have a job. We have kids. We have wives. Things we have to take care of.
Yeah.
Going out and rocking $120 on a booster set box
For one box.
For one box. I mean, it's and then you got to hope you pull land with that box to build a deck. I mean, it's expensive. Then you got this game where you can start off with two people playing immediately for
24.
I almost cursed. I'm trying not to curse. My wife told me not to curse during the stream. I almost did, but 20. That's how excited I am. $23. You have two decks. You pull it right out of the pack and you start playing.
And it's just like I bought all the box sets.
Right. Yeah.
And three of the 4 box sets that come pre-built, they also come with booster packs. And I pulled rares out of the booster packs for the box sets.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what doesn't want to keep you come back?
And then it's like I said, like Opal. I won't put her business out there, but she's single income. So a game like this that's relatively price efficient for her is important because she's not gonna be like she told me I want to get into the Magic more, but I just can't go out and buy these booster set box for $100. Like
it's insane.
And you got a kid getting ready to college, my beautiful niece, because Caleb's basically my brother. You got a kid getting ready to go to college. I got 4 that just eat me out of house home. They're getting ready to colleges and everything else. They're teenagers, so they get expensive. So a game that's a little bit more cost efficient is pretty nice. And like I said, even the booster sets, you might not get 540 cards like you're gonna get in a booster set box of Magic, but I'm gonna get 260 that I'm gonna be able to use. Because I'm not going to be able to use every card in a Magic booster set box because I'm going to be running out of land or whatever. But this one I can throw in stuff. So.
And when the new box set or when the Bountiful Harvest gets released, like it's going to be insane.
Dude, we're so pumped. We got less than 10 days for this.
We got like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have to start asking our wives for forgiveness.
Money. Or we're just
money, please. Yeah. So. Yeah, man, it's a very cost-efficient game, and I like the fact that, Future Lore Studios did that. Like I said, you could definitely tell he doesn't care about the money. He's 100% about the consumer.
And it's like I said, you get more card for less money at the end of the day. It's
Yeah,
just
because
like-
you're actually able to use them.
Yeah,
like you
because you're
said.
actually able to use them. Because
Yeah.
all the decks, they come pre-built. You know, like, you know, it's one of those things like Magic the Gathering. It's so there's so many cards, there's so many different variants, there's so many different
Yeah.
versions.
I'm not
So
taking
you-
anything away from it. It's still a fun game.
No, it's a fun game. But when you buy a commander box, no commander box is exactly the same.
Right.
You know, so like it's hard to like teach people because there's different. Man, there's times where
And Magic is just so over complex to try to teach somebody
Yeah.
anyways. Then that's one thing, that's the other thing I love about the mechanics of this game. One, you pull out the playbook. It's
Yeah.
super easy to read, super easy to understand. It's very well done. Probably
Yeah.
one of the best playbooks I've read in a long time. But I can teach somebody how to play this game one time,
Yeah.
one turn. You can teach somebody how to play.
Yep.
And it is that easy to pick up.
Yep.
Sure, we made some mistakes playing.
Yeah.
So me and Sammy, the first few times we played, we were putting countdown counters on our veil and our synergy. We didn't realize that once your veil popped, your synergy was immediately able to be used. We were counting it down too, and that was probably one of the only things that was kind of not too clear in the directions, or maybe we just were misreading it, not taking away anything from their playbook. But this is what we're not here to appease anybody. Like I say, Future Lore Studios and Legions Realms at War, they don't pay me to promote their game. They didn't ask me to promote their game. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, or Kitchen Table TCG. I'm just a huge fan of both Kitchen Table TCG and this game. And I didn't really think, being a Magic player, that a TCG would grasp my attention like this one. I did not think that our group would be so infectious with this game that we'd all just start playing it. And I know that many of us play this over Magic most times.
Yeah.
Just because it
takes less.
also, these playmats make it so much easier. And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they are so nice. And then what I like about just the Conscripting 5 is I don't have to sit here and look over my opponent's mat and see 72 creatures on his side of the board because he spawned rat tokens or whatever. And it's nice because I can only conscript, so it makes you strategize. I know that Magic makes you strategize too, but you're limited to what you can play.
Yeah.
So it makes you really strategize. Sometimes people might want to throw that unified card down that actually does them some good, but I like to throw down the unified cards and hopefully take the bait that people destroy stuff that I don't think I'm going to use. But yeah. So, yeah, I don't think that we have too many negative things to say about it, just some things we'd like to see a little bit different. But let's talk about the future of the game. Where would you like to see Legions Realms at War go? I'll start if you guys don't mind.
Go for it.
I would love Future Lore Studios, Legions Realms at War, because I'm a comic book collector as well. I would love to see a lore book in the future. Like a graphic novel lore book of each realm, like issue 1 or issue 0, the lore. Issue 1, the demons. Issue 2, the orcs. Issue 3, the heroes. Dwarves, so on and so forth. I love to see, because the lore, if you guys haven't read the lore, go to their website, Legion Realm at War. Their lore is super bad. Super awesome. I almost did it. I almost cussed again. It's super awesome, man. Like, their lore is so great. So I'd love to get like a graphic novel of it to kind of piece it together a little bit easier. And that's the cool thing that I didn't realize about these cards. The flavor text tell a story. And I did not realize that. So now every time I play a card, I'm just sitting there taking longer to play because I'm like, all right, what's the story to this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to piece the story together, which is pretty cool. But like Casey said, we got some people just, this is what I'm talking about. Like, when you're playing a TCG game, the only way to get it built up is to play it in the store, because we just have 2 guys behind us that were started playing a different game, right, Caleb? And they heard us playing this, and they went and got a couple of battle decks, and now they're playing it. That's the only way you're going to make a game grow. If you actually love a game, you're passionate about a game, that's what you have to do. You have to go to your local card stores. You can't just sit in your boxer shorts and your pajamas playing in your house, being, that kid stuck in your parents' basement, not wanting to get out and socialize. You got to go out and socialize. You got to go out and you got to promote these games, especially if you want to see them succeed. Because I want to see this game succeed. Bountiful Harvest got me stoked. They got Frontiers coming out. It's got me stoked.
No, I'm not.
So yeah, but
I'm just fixing it.
yeah. So what would you like to see the future?
Man, honestly, I think this game honestly has potential to be turned into a great miniseries. Like,
Yes.
That like, I mean, you really do. You have so many different, like avenues that you can take to turn this into a mini series.
And
you
then
know?
you heard on the interview with Taylor Howe,
Yeah.
he has a background in
Yeah,
television.
In television.
So can you imagine like an animated series
Yeah.
or a live action series? Well, live action probably be a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But like an animated series.
Animated
it is, dude, it'd be
miniseries
so awesome
with a
to see.
backstory.
Yeah.
I
dude.
mean, dude, like look, Star Wars. We're gonna use a Star Wars reference here,
Mm-hmm.
but like like Star Wars started out like live action, but like it has exploded
With
in its
series and
animation
animation series, yeah.
Like. And like this, if this truly has the story that they say it does in the cards, which like when I'm reading cards like you, I'm like, well, what is the story behind this? You know, but like they could turn this into a miniseries.
Mhm.
They 100% could. Like the next Yu-Gi-Oh. You
Yeah.
know, except better.
Yeah. What about you, Sam? What do you think about the future? What would you like to see Future Lore Studios, Legions, Realms at War? What would you like to see in the future for this game, whether it be, like I said, a comic book series or an animated series? What
I would definitely like to see an animated series. That'd
Yeah.
be fun. Like,
Yeah.
especially like with the mystical beasts, like how they came, like
freaking
how they
thunder chickens
yeah,
flying
they-
around, just
just,
dominating
like,
everything.
Stories or like the orcs, like how they came to be and like their background.
Yeah.
It would
I feel like
actually
an
be-
adult My Little Pony.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, just-
Fern and
yeah,
stuff,
just-
you know,
yeah,
going
just-
through like
Yeah, it would be cool, man. Like, yeah, the orcs. Like, I love the orcs warlord. I wish I had it pulled out right now, but I don't want to pull out my
Well-
cards. But the orc warlord's so dope looking.
And
man.
kind of being a little selfish here, like I would love to see an Angels and Demons like miniseries,
Bro,
battle,
right?
that'd
like,
be dope.
I completely forgot that they were.
Yeah,
but you know,
That'd be fun.
yeah, I kind of like how they throw like myth and stuff,
Yeah.
and mythology and stuff into the game, and then
Yeah, 'cause
you
you
got
got
like
your Titans.
Michael the angel and stuff
Yep.
like that.
Bloodborne 10.
I just like how the cards too, especially I've been reading these. They all go together. Like this one's talking about burning Phoenix hatchlings. And this one's talking about the warlord. This one's talking about.
So now that you know it tells a story,
Yeah.
now now it's taking you longer to play
Yeah.
the game because
Yeah.
you're like, well, let me read this flavor text and kind of piece this story together, and then you're like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and play the
They all
game.
just synergize together, and
Yeah.
kind of you just read through it.
Yeah.
Even this not being a mystical fire considered one, but
Yeah.
it still talks about the Phoenix babies, and they.
Yeah. What do you? I don't know if you got to watch the whole interview. I know you've been busy, but I know you watched it.
I watched it.
What did you think of Taylor Howe, the CEO of Future Lore Studios?
yeah, really, honestly, like for somebody who's the CEO of an up and coming enterprise,
Mhm.
pretty laid back, pretty
Dude was
chill.
super chill.
Yeah, super chill. Like
Yeah.
he knew exactly what he was gonna say, he knew how he was gonna say it. He was very sure. Like you can tell that there has been some serious planning and thought that has gone into
So
this game.
what I noticed, he's kind of like me. I'm raw. I shoot from the hip. I don't like doing scripts. I don't like doing editing and videos. But what I liked the most about Taylor Howe is when he did that interview, you could tell he wasn't reading anything. He remembered Casey.
Yeah.
He remembered the name of his shop. He remembered my channel. Like he
Yeah.
remembered like a lot of different things. Like just from because you could tell he's a humble person and appreciative. So like I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, and then not only that, but then like anybody who has the mindset of the consumer first, like that consumer first mindset,
Yeah.
that just tells you right there what type of individual they are. They care about. It's like me and my business. When I take on clients, like they're not just a client. They're family at the end of the day.
Right.
And you, like, anytime, a major corporation like this one, like Future Lore Studios, they're talking about expanding and going into, a possible miniseries and television, and all of the other things that they have planned. But then the fact of, but we appreciate everything that our clientele is doing
Right.
for us by
Yeah.
supporting this game,
Mhm.
giving the shout out to Natural 20 Works and giving the shout out to Netflix and Chills,
Vetflix.
your Vetflix and Chills. Ugh,
It's a tongue twister.
It's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
That right there is like, that's big.
Mm-hmm.
That's big.
Yeah, I have a saying, greed will get you nowhere, but passion will get you everywhere.
100%.
And he's driven by passion for this game.
Yeah.
And like I said, he could be selfish. He could keep it up there in Canada, and we couldn't get to experience this game. But he wants to push it out. He wants us to enjoy this game here in the States. And like I said, it's hard to get. But I tell you what, when it comes in this shop, it's gone.
Yeah.
You better be quick, because we'll come up and buy everything we
come in
can.
and buy it. So you need to send a whole bunch more box sets here.
Yeah,
So that we can go ahead and keep pulling those
pulling
those foils.
Yeah. And then that's what he was super gracious. Like I said, I'm no kitchen table TCG when it comes to my content. Like I said, I don't do the editing. I don't do the scripting. I'm strict shoot from the hip. I'm raw. I know I'm not on the same level as kitchen table TCG, and I'm okay with that. I'm a humble person. I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a great content creator. We have different ways of doing things, and that's fine. I'm older. I'm in my 40s. This is a young man's game. This is an old man's game. Content creating. Your brothers make fun of me all the time.
Yeah.
Dad, you're gonna be a content creator. You're not gonna be very good at it. Well, look at me now. I think I'm doing all right. For my age and not knowing anything about it, I just love TCG games. I love board games. I love tabletop RPGs. So I'm passionate about it. So we're gonna talk about it. Like, you hadn't picked up a TCG game since you were in high school. And then you came by and you're like, oh, this looks great, man. And we play all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we send messages at work. Hey, man, you want to get together tonight? I'm super psyched. He was texting me at work today. He's like, I'm super psyched to go out and play legionsrealmsatwar. I can't wait. I was like, well, I got to get off work. And he's like, oh, I'm already off work. He's like, you want to come over and play cards? I'm like, I'm at work. I can't. But it just comes infectious, man. It's a fun game. But yeah, he's just Taylor Howe, man. He's just a super dope guy, man.
Yeah.
You can tell. So, yeah, it's cool that he's pushed it out here to the States, and we're lucky enough that Natural 20 Works has this game.
Yeah.
I'm just lucky, like, I don't know what it was, dude. Like, I was sitting at home, and your mom, she's like, hey, Casey's going live at Natural 20 Works. And I hadn't even been up here yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. I came up here for a soft opening. I'd only been up here like once or twice. And I was like, okay. And he was talking about, I got this fun new game, this TCG, legionsrealmsatwar. I was like, I ain't got time for another TCG game, man. Like, whatever. And my wife's like, well, you should go and check it out. So she drove me up here the next day, and I bought the Demon Angel and the Mythical Beast and
the dwarf,
the undead.
the dwarf and undead.
Yeah, and so I got those just to try them out, and instantly, like me and Sammy played that night, instantly fell in love with this game, man. And I just didn't think I was going to get into another TCG, but here I am.
Well, like, so kind of like caveat off of your humbleness, but the fact that you were able to contact the
Customer service was my
customer
game.
service, and they like walked you through the entire game.
And it wasn't just
Yeah.
a company, it was the CEO, Taylor
Yeah.
Howe, telling me things, like
Yeah.
through Instagram. Like, at first I was like, this is like one of those automated messages, you
Yeah.
know, whatever, because sometimes you hit up companies as automated message. And then when he's like, I was like, hey man, I really appreciate the game, you mean we have PTSD, it's hard for us to get out sometimes, so like having a game like this that we could play is pretty fun. But then when he sends back, thanks Andrew, I'm like, hold on man, automated messages don't mind the game. And then we just carried a conversation, and I'm pretty sure I probably hassled the hell out of him because I just had like a lot of questions, and then I just became, like I said, I'm a humble person, so I become very appreciative. And for me, I just kind of talk about his game. He sent me, that box of stuff, which I will tell you right now, I've said it a million times, I wanted to be super greedy and keep it for myself as a collector, but it was cool to be able to do like a giveaway with the small group that I had at the time of fans, and be able to share the game with them. I'd like to really buy a set box next month and just give it to Casey, and just have him just give it to one random customer who walks in, and see how infectious it can be, how it can spread that way too. Because sometimes, like I said, people aren't as well off as we are sometimes, and I even struggle at sometimes. We got a lot of mouths to feed, but you don't know what other people are going through, and just buying like a box like that costs $23, and they could play with a friend right out of the box, and just setting it up there and be like, hey, this is from Bedfords Chills saying, hey, have a good time.
And
play
not
with
only
your friends.
that, but what better way to like to cater to like kids today as far as like how to play games. Man, I remember when
Get out of the house.
Yeah, well, get out of the house, and like I remember when Pokemon came out, man. Pokemon was like one of the hardest damn card games to play.
Yeah.
Like, it really was.
Yeah.
Like, this game, like, literally, some 14-year-olds can buy this game, read the handout that's in the box,
Yeah.
and start playing the game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, dude, they don't make games like that anymore. Not
I just
card
get
games.
psyched talking about this game. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just hypes me up. Like this, like I want to do this review channel. I'm so glad that I started with this game. I've been covering this game the entire month, and I actually want to talk to you guys about this. I kind of wanted to move on to a new game next month, but the problem with that is
Bountiful
we got
Harvest comes
Bountiful
out.
Harvest coming out.
Man.
So I feel like with Bountiful Harvest coming out, we could probably cover this game for a whole nother month. We could probably do some more gameplay of it just to try to help future
Do
Lore
some
Studios.
deck building and
Yeah.
Well, let's not get carried away because the
No,
deck building is
but-
super hard
Well, no,
for
but
me.
I'm
But
talking
yeah,
about
agreed,
just
yeah.
like we can kind of like build some decks ourselves because like Bountiful Harvest, it's gonna be a game changer.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're going to
you know.
throw a lot of stuff away in your decks. So, up to you guys, because you guys, like I said, I don't create content just for myself. I create it for everybody else as well that wants to participate and be part of it. But
I mean,
if
we
you
could
guys
put some board game in there somewhere.
sure, yeah, sure, yeah.
Because like it might take us a little bit to like come up with some, with some more content and stuff like that when it comes to this.
I'm going to tell you right now, even if I said this is my last month to cover Legions Realms at War, it couldn't be. I feel like I would come back to this game so much because I love it so much, but they have so many expansions coming out, and that's good to see is that they have the future for this game prepped for not just this year but next year too.
Yeah.
It's good to see because it's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to be able to get stuff and the game's going to change. So I feel like I'm always going to end up coming back to this game.
Oh, 100%.
So yeah, I think we might do a lot more coverage on it next month too, because this would be my last video for this month for Legions Realms at War. But I think with the Bountiful Harvest coming out, especially next, like in less than 10 days, which
Yeah.
I'll probably do one of my next lives, we're gonna have packs we can open.
Yeah.
Just to see what the difference is. We can talk about the difference of the cards. We can talk about how it's changing the game while we play it and stuff like that.
As long as I get some more Guardians, so that I can play the rest of the decks.
Look, man, my wife, she's gonna just destroy me, man.
Dude, we need the
Like I said,
Guardians.
I wish the Louis Louis bundle would have come out when I first started playing this because for $240, and I get 2 booster boxes and like every deck and a play mat and his card and everything because it's a deal, man.
When's it come? Is Casey getting it?
No, it's you have to go to the Kitchen Table TCG to get that bundle.
Oh, can I go to TCG Kitchen Table and get that bundle?
Yeah, you can. Well, I'm not going to tell you you can because I'm not going to deal with your wife later when I tell you you can do something. But yeah, you can go get it. It comes with his own personal card. Him and but for $240, like if somebody's wanting to get in this game for the first time, $240, you're literally getting everything. I wish that would have been there because we're spending $90 on booster set box, on booster pack. Like we spent a lot of money on it. Like our group literally sold out Legions Realms at War on this grand opening last weekend.
Yeah.
Like it was so bad that we had our own personal trash can over here for boxes and wrappers, man. Like we were just opening packs. And
I think there was 4 boxes.
we
here.
know now that we just let Caleb open everything because he has like the golden touch. Like he pulled so many Guardians and Exalted Rare. Like I was like, are you kidding me? But that's kind of like what I like I was trying to say earlier, like with Magic. When you open a booster box, it tells you what you're going to get on the outside. So you kind of know what you're going to get, like foil-wise and stuff. What I like and a dislike about Legions is I want to pull really good stuff because I want it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool because it sucks me into wanting to buy more because I might open a box and not get any Exalted Rares. I might open a box, get one, maybe a few. Like I've pulled 1 Exalted Rare.
Yep. I've pulled 1 Exalted Rare.
I'm still like 4 Guardians short. Like we spent so much money and just But I know when Sammy won the booster box, I don't think you got a single Guardian. The mythical beast Guardian that I pulled was from the dual deck pack. It was the last pack I opened, and he was like. He jinxed me because I wanted the demon. And I was like, here, just take it. I want to add it to my collection, but here, just take it because it's the only Guardian you have right now. So I think I have at 4 Guardians. You're at 3.
3.
And you're at just a whole whopping.
I had 4.
And the rest of our group's at zero minus Kyle. I think Kyle has every damn card
Yeah.
in the game, so, and like 80 copies of each. So, but yeah, I'm sorry. It's hard for me to. No, he never made the. He never made it. He didn't. Lily, hello. I'm sorry, guys. It's super hard for me to carry this conversation on, read comments. So if I'm asking questions, feel free to like answer them in the comments for everybody else. It's hard for me to do all that at once. But yeah, man. I think we all agree, except for the hater Marcelo.
Yeah.
And he told me, he goes, I don't hate the game. He's just not a fan of the mechanics, and he feels like it's repetitious. And I can understand. He's been playing Magic for a very long time. And the one thing about Magic players that have been playing for a decade or longer, it's hard to transition them to a different game.
Yeah.
Because they're so invested in that game, and Magic's not a cheap game, so they're just so invested in it that they just don't want to move on to a new TCG. Like, I tried to move on to a new TCG, besides this one. I tried Flesh and Blood, and I'm just telling you, I couldn't stand anything about the game. Like, I know everybody, a lot of people are loving that game. The mechanics are interesting in it. I like the fact, with the equipment or whatever, but it's just, the game just seemed over by the time I started to enjoy it. It was just, it's very fast paced, especially with the blitz decks. And that's why I like this game. It's not long, but you can definitely finish it in a lunch hour. I play with friends all the time at lunch at work. Every single day we play a lunch, and we could finish a game. I can't finish a game of Magic, a Commander game, during lunch.
No.
But a game like this, I can finish. So it's not short, but it's not long. It's just easy to understand. The artwork's beautiful. Like, there's not much I can say. Just kind of wish sometimes the veil counters are a little bit higher and stuff like that. But those are small things that could get worked out maybe later on in the future.
You know what makes this game just great all the way around? So, like, we talk about mana, right? We talk about mana. How much does mana influence your Magic game?
100%.
100%.
Without it, you can't play.
Yeah. So, like, you play your game,
I can't conscript a warrior without mana.
without mana.
I can conscript a warrior as long as it's my hand every turn, up to 5.
Not only that, but like when you want to play at lunchtime, it's literally a 50-card box to go and play.
Yeah, I don't have to pull out my spell box of 82,000 cards.
82,000 cards.
Try to figure out where my commander is. So what I do, I know some people probably do different, but the way I do is I put my cards in a certain sleeve, all of them in like a certain sleeve. And then what I do to keep my warlords and my synergies and my veils and my guardians different, I put them in clear backgrounds. That way I don't get them intertwined with my cards. Now with Magic, if you put
Marcy Romano.
Gaslighting. So the thing with Magic is people get real butthurt if you put your commander in a clear back. They want, especially if you're playing competition, they want it all in like the same exact sleeves. I like doing it this way because it makes it easier for me to find them. Because I got that giant spell box with 3,000 cards that you all got me for Christmas that I carry it around like it's my fucking suitcase. See, I almost made it the whole stream without cursing. Gosh dang it. But I carry it around like it's my suitcase for work. Like, people laugh at me because I go to work and I throw out my spell box instead of a suitcase, and I pop it open and it's just Legion cards and like just a couple of decks of Commander decks for Magic. But people talk to it all the time. But yeah. So I think that pretty much wrap it up. Like, I don't think we can really. I think we're all in agreement. Opal, Kyle, anybody else that plays the game in the live. If you have anything negative to say it. But because I wanted it. I wanted there to be some negativity for the game because I wanted there to be something that future Worker Studios could go back and think, okay, what could we change a little bit, or what are our fans liking? But it's just such a game that's so well received, especially with our group. Like, it goes from 2 people playing it to 3 to 4. Now we got 10 people playing it. Now we got a group back here playing it. It's just
Is there a way to be able to play this game with like 3 or 4 people at a time?
not right now that I know of. I mean, you could probably make your own rules, but it is definitely a game made for 1 versus 1. But that is one thing I'd like to see is like a co-op game, because it's kind of hard to play because then you're gonna have to intertwine your Legion cards and this and that. So it would be kind of hard to do. I'm sure that people do it. We've tried it. I don't think we did a co-op, but we did it was a 1 versus 1 versus 1. We did a 3-way match, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're only can conscript 5 warriors.
Yeah.
You kind of have to focus your attack on one person, but when you do that, now you're getting ganged up on that one person you're not focusing on. So I can see why it's not designed that way, but it would be cool later on in the future. Especially if you got like a Bountiful Harvest coming out, and you got these cards that you can use for any deck. Maybe you could figure out a co-op a little bit easier that way.
Yeah.
But,
I'm just trying to think of like how you could just do like a foursome.
well,
Like
I mean, we'll
a
just
foursome.
one night.
Just try it.
We'll just give it a go,
Yeah.
and we'll live stream it and be like, "Well, this is how
It'd be
stupid
like
we look right now."
It'd be like a free for all.
Yeah.
Like
So-
you just got 4 people out there just trying to
Realm
destroy
versus realm.
realm versus realm, trying to destroy each other.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be pretty cool, but it's like I said, I just at this point I don't think it's possible, but because I think it was designed 1 versus 1, but it's not saying it's not going to change in the future.
Yeah.
Like games change, they get better with time, and this game's definitely gonna get better with time because it's. In my opinion, I gave it originally like a 6 out of 10 because I'd only played it a few times and I was just doing a review on it. I would go back right now and change that to an absolute 9 because I literally love everything about this game.
Yeah.
Just a few things with like the veil counters and this the and then once you do pop that veil, if you don't have what you need, you're kind of screwed. But
Well,
again,
like Sammy's getting ready to just play whack-a-mole,
Yeah, I mean, he's got,
whack-a-mole
like-
with me, and I'm gonna pop my veil, and I ain't gonna have anything to use it on.
So there's some things to change. Oh well, it's probably not going to change, but there's just some. Like I said, dude, I'm not going to like everything 100% in
No.
any game. There's things on Magic I don't like the mana cost, like just sitting there and getting mana screwed every time. But but this is a new game. It's only been out here in the States for a couple months, so we've only had accessibility to it. So, but like I said, man, I'd go back and change that rating right now to a 9 out of 10 because I am
Well, you can.
obsessed with this game.
You can.
Yeah, I
You
can,
can-
and I'm going
you-
to
you can
because
officially go
I can
right
do
now.
whatever I want on my channel, and I can change a 6 to a 9 if I want to. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to give this game a definite 9 out of 10 because it's just really nothing I dislike about it. Even these DCM health counters, man, are so dope, man. I got the Legions Realms at War logo on the side. There's
You don't have to waste your
so
phone
much easier.
battery.
Yeah, I don't have to waste my phone battery with like the Magic ones are cardboard and flimsy. You got that twirly,
Yeah.
and I'm like flimsy. And, but this one just sits here, and I just I gotta do math in my head, which I suck at, and I'm like, wait a minute, let me count on my fingers here. Sammy just hit me for 72, but yeah, he did get me with the undead deck.
Did he?
With that damn card that if you have if your
If I had
Warlord's health is DCM's at 45, you automatically lose game. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like I didn't even know that card was in the
Yeah.
game. I was like,
Kill my creatures.
that's a sucker move, but
That's funny.
yeah, man. So I know
Alright.
that Brina, you want to. So we got one more thing before we end the live, and we're gonna let Casey and Brina come over here and showcase a little something for you guys. So we do have one more thing. We're gonna wait for them. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just give our thanks out there. Thanks again, Tabletop TCG. Thanks, Taylor Howe, for the shout out. You guys are awesome. Thanks to Caleb and Sammy, the only 2 people that can make it out tonight to help me do this tabletop discussion. In the future, there will definitely be more. We have a group of like 10, so there will definitely be more. And the owners of this shop can definitely know that we're here all the time. So hopefully we get more people up here for our next tabletop discussion for the Bountiful Harvest drop, which we said we're going to go ahead and cover some more of future lore next month. So I'm pretty stoked for it. But Brina, if you want to, let's go ahead and we're going to end the live on a pretty awesome note.
Caleb,
Oh,
congratulations.
yeah!
So they did a raffle for the grand opening. They had some prizes and stuff. And
You guys kept it pretty secretive.
Yes,
oh,
we
dude,
did.
I've known for since what, yesterday?
24 hours.
Yeah, it took me everything not to tell you.
Boom, Sam. I got it.
He already knew too. We all already knew. So yeah, thank you.
Congratulations, man. I'm a hugger.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Casey.
Kyle's mad. He says, "What? He gets everything."
Should have been here, Kyle.
But yeah, man. Well, I mean, Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I've known about it, but he wanted this. Let me see.
Yeah.
He won this Star Wars Legions Imperial Shore Troopers. It was one of the raffle gives away. So yeah, he won it. So I was pretty stoked. Like I said, it was hard to keep it a secret from him because he's basically my brother at this point. So keeping secrets from him is pretty hard because he's. Like I said, he's like a brother, but I kept it quiet. I did good. But yeah, congratulations. And of course, thanks to Natural 20 Works for
That's awesome.
the raffle
Thanks, guys.
and for having us during our live tonight. With that, anybody got anything else to say before we close it up?
No, I just want to thank. I just want to say.
Why don't you move your prize and stop gloating to Kyle over there? with your
No, I'm
prize?
sorry, Kyle. No, I just want to say thanks to Future Lore Studios for creating such an awesome game, and to the CEO, like, thanks for making it, family friendly and easy to play.
It's not family friendly when you play with Caleb because he calls the Angel Guardian the big booby lady, so it's not really family friendly with him. So,
But besides that, it's a great game, and it's like I said before, it's cost effective, and it's nice to be able to have fun playing it and not break the bank at the end of the day.
yeah, absolutely.
So, and thanks for keeping the consumer in mind.
Yeah.
So
Sammy, anything you want to say? He's a
Thanks
man
for
of
making it.
yeah,
Thanks.
a man of little words. But yeah, thanks Taylor Howell, thanks Future Lore Studios, thanks Kitchen Table TCG, and I'm gonna end my videos with this new slogan I'm gonna have, and it's roll for initiative and game on. So I will catch you guys hopefully next week. We might wait till the bountiful harvest to pop a new video, just so we can watch Caleb over here. When we pulled up today, he looked like a child waiting for his friends to show up to play. So I can't wait to see his reaction. Like, I wish we would have done a live at the grand opening,
Yeah.
but I had a massive headache all weekend long. So, but yeah, roll for initiative, game on. Thanks everybody for showing up. Thanks Kyle again for the Patreon, and thanks everybody. So I will see you guys. I'm not sure I'll post it on the Facebook and Discord when we plan on dropping a new video, but I like this setting where we all sit together and talk instead of just me, because I'm a rambler. You guys kind of keep me on track. So I think we'll do this more often and get the group together, have a lot more of us. So yeah, roll for initiative, game on. And
Kyle
I'll
needs
catch you
to be
guys
here
later.
next one.
Yeah, I better see. He put hashtag free big booby lady. And of course, my wife, the admin of the channel, saying thanks everyone for joining live. Opal, I'm sorry you couldn't be here. I know you wanted to, but you got to take care of your health. Marcelo, I hope you ran out of gas in traffic for not being here. And Kyle, I know that you had to take care of the kiddo. He's probably still trying to fish that duck out of that dice I gave him. And then to everybody else that couldn't show up, I know you're sick or whatever, stuck at work. So yeah, roll for initiative, game on, and I will catch you guys on the next live, and I'll make sure I post what it is. But thanks for being part of the live tonight. It was a blast. Had a good time. Have a good one.